Back here at Wells Fargo Arena, Alan DeBold along with Dan Gable, Mark Ironside. 132 on the match right now, and Mark Ironside will set it up.
Well, the Class 1A mat here is Colby McIntyre. He's out of Central Lyon George Little Rock. He's a junior, and he's going to be taking on defending state champion, sophomore out of Lisbon, Carter Happel. Carter Happel looking for his second state championship. And then over here in the 2A bout, it's Oscar Ramirez of Esserville Lincoln Central, who's a senior. He's taking on Eric Clark of Assumption, who's a senior as well. And then down here in the 3A mat, we got the battle of defending state champions. Both these guys won state championships last year. Jake Cothey out of West Des Moines Valley, he's taking on Freddie Stroker of Bettendorf. These two have actually wrestled once earlier this year, with Stroker winning that one by a score of 3-0. Stroker in immediately on a shot right here and almost had the takedown secure, but that wizard saved Cothey right there. He was able to square his hips, fend that off.
Watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association Wrestling Championships on the Fairway Foods Championship Television Network, here with Alan DeBolt, Dan Gable, and Mark Ironside.
Well, the Happel from Lisbon has been able to look at, there's a big flurry over here.
Lots of action going on everywhere. Ramirez or Clark of Davenport Assumption out there.
Stroker's trying to roll this guy to his back right now. Takedown by Lisbon's Happel. Look at this. He's doesn't quite get it yet, but boy, I'll tell you what, they're fighting. This is crazy. Boy. No points though. There's not yet. He lost that. But he came up good and boy, I tell you, it's gonna be hard to. Potentially. They gave him two. Gave him two there. Stroker, actually, he's one of the top-rated kids in the country.
Yeah. He's looking to do big things in the college level, Division I.
He's got another year yet though. High school.
2-point takedown there for Stroker, and what allowed him to get that takedown was when he hooked that ankle, securing that ankle there. So he takes a 2-0 lead over Cothey. Down here in the 2A matches, Davenport Assumption's Eric Clark out to a 4-0 lead. He got himself a takedown and 2 near falls.
Well, that just adds. It's going to add some points up for Assumption and Pete Bush. If they won those duels, and now they're pretty much in charge of the individual states here. And this Lisbon match is, second guy going for the state title here, and that Lisbon has been good to the Hawkeyes over the years with, Royce Alger, one of the toughest guys that ever put on a Hawkeye uniform, along with Ironside here. But
Ryan Morningstar as well, and Scott Morningstar.
Yeah, they got a
Ryan Morningstar, former Hawkeye too, out of Lisbon, assistant coach for the Hawkeyes right now. Brad Smith, the head coach.
Yeah. Actually, Elger, he was a really good hand fighter and snapped people around. He actually did a lot of that too. So kind of a different style a little bit, but both real physical out there, both you and Elger. But we got some new people in the making here. Happel, this kid's won a national title already as a sophomore, I believe, last summer.
Yep. He gets a 1-point escape there, so he takes a 3-1 lead over Colby McIntyre.
Oh, he did a really, really second good move, and looked like he was completely out of position, and was able to go into another move. It's kind of a Kelly move, and then he got back points too, and it looked like McIntyre was going to be completely in good shape.
You mentioned former Hawkeyes out of Lisbon. You can't forget Carter Happel's dad, Dean Happel.
Yeah, and he had to take on, I think, Tom Brands. And otherwise, he probably would have been in there as well. One of our, Tom Brands, you remember him, right?
Yeah, I've heard of him. Over here on the 2A mat, it's still Clark up 4-0 over there. 3A, this is a big match here for Bettendorf again in that team race. They've got that 1-point lead in the team race right now over Southeast Polk, 154 to 153. Now, Southeast Polk hasn't had any of their guys out on the mat yet. They're all to come yet.
Pizza Ranch brings you free audio streaming for the Iowa High School State Wrestling Championships. Just go to IHSSN.com and listen to your favorite event at no charge. IHSSN live audio streaming is brought to you exclusively by Pizza Ranch. And while you're listening, order up some of that great Pizza Ranch food. Pizza Ranch, legendary food, attentive service, and community focused.
There's the big fall right there for Carter Happel of Lisbon. He gets the fall there in the second period, a 7-1 lead, and puts it away. Congratulations to Carter Happel. That's 2 in a row for him.
Boy, I'll tell you, Wrestling's looking like it's his sport, you know. Just makes things look pretty easy out there.
Well, you know, you only want to take them one at a time, but he has the opportunity to go for 4 right now. That's not very many people that can do that. Max Thompson, we're going to see here in the next weight class coming up from LaPorte City Union, is going for number 3.
This is Happel's number 2.
Yep, that's Happel's number 2. He won as a freshman last year, and just now as a sophomore.
You know, I'm kind of amazed at the number of people that go down on their knees anymore and wrestle. I think Jordan Burroughs actually, being our 2-time or 3-time world champion and Olympic champion and 2-time, I guess, but you know, he wrestles down there, but he's so explosive from up there. He goes down and up and gets down there, and he can shoot really well. And I've seen more of that. And I think he has a lot to do with some of that type of wrestling.
Over here on the 2A mat, we've got Davenport Assumption doing what they do best, and that's turning people from the top, as Eric Clark takes a 6-0 lead right now. 3A mat here too, something we haven't even talked about. We were talking earlier a little bit about all the falls out there. And you got 2 guys out here, not only the defending state champions, but they have both pinned their way through the tournament up to this point.
I believe really quick pins too, you know, in the first period maybe.
This is the first match in the tournament that Freddie Stroker's even had to go past the 1-minute mark.
Yeah, I think he's got real quick pins. But it's funny, they both respect each other. They're not acting like they want to pin the other guy. They're acting like they just want to win. That's
gold down, or that's a Clark
near fall.
Yep. Another near fall.
He gets himself in a little trouble there. Boy, things switched around in a hurry. Now he did a good job of adjusting, not going to his back, because he was towards his back there. So the other guy needed some back points to get back in the match, but didn't get it. See, they're tactical out there, so they both respect each other because they both attack their other opponents just relentlessly. And here they're wrestling a tough. They respect each other. 2 Iowa champions go at it, and they must have
not opening up enough to let the fur fly. I would expect maybe Stroker right now. He's got a 3-0 lead, but Cody, I would think right now would really be working hard, trying to get to the legs of Stroker, trying to get him taken
We're down to the last 35 seconds.
It's kind of funny right now. The score's 3-0. Earlier when they met in the season, the final score was 3-0 as well too.
Yeah. It's going to have to take a takedown or near fall or a stall call, and I don't think there's been any.
Clark from Assumption's about ready to win his match.
Well, he's going to 10-2 for Davenport Assumption.
Adding on to the team trophy there for Pete Bush and Davenport Assumption. We're coming down to the last few seconds with Stroker, and he's just respects the kid. Because he's definitely just wanted to win this match, and he's happy about it, which he ought to be, because he's just beat the defending champion, and as well he's a defending champion, different weights, obviously.
So a lot of wrestling action here in 132 as they end up here.
Big fall there in 1A for Carter Happel too, to add some excitement to this place.
We'll take a break here on the Fairway Foods Championship Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the awards stand area. Presenting the Class 1A awards at 132 pounds, Assistant Coach Greg Butterus. 8th place, Nick Mangrich, Don Bosco, Gilbertville. 7th place, Gabe Henderson, Southeast Warren, Liberty Center. 6th place, Jake Mulford, Audubon. 5th place, J.D. Rader, South Hamilton, Jewel. 4th place, Blake Meyer, Sumner, Fredericksburg. 3rd place, Logan Mays, Wilton. Runner-up, Colby McIntyre, Central Lyon, George, Little Rock. And your Class 1A 132-pound champion from Lisbon, Carter Happel. Presenting the Class 2A awards at 132 pounds, Coach Pete Bush. 8th place, Ryan Fott, Clear Lake. 7th place, Trevor Harsh, ADM Adel. 6th place, Bryce Leishan, Albia. 5th place, Brock Jennings, Osage. 4th place, Mitchell Brower, Ballard. 3rd place, Hunter Slifka, Crestwood. Runner-up, Oscar Ramirez, Esterville, Lincoln Central. And your Class 2A 132-pound champion from Davenport Assumption, Eric Clark. Presenting the Class 3A 132-pound awards, Assistant Coach Jason Evans. 8th place, Zach Johnston, Norwalk. 7th place, Justin Ryer, Waverly Shellrock. 6th place, Austin Hosh, Epworth, Western Dubuque. 5th place, Matt Wempen, Linn-Mar, Marion. 4th place, Clint Lembeck, Xavier, Cedar Rapids. 3rd place, Keegan Shaw, Southeast Polk. Runner-up, Jake Cothy, Valley, West Des Moines. And your Class 3A 132-pound champion from Bettendorf, Freddie Stroker.